What's up guys, welcome to the garage. We have got today the JJRC Q65. So this has been sent to me by Geek Buying. You'll find a link in the description to this truck. So this is the new JJRC Q65, the Transporter 6, I believe it's their 6th one that they brought out. You've got the Q60 all the way up to Q65. So this is a 1/10 scale. It's been marked up as 1/10 scale, and we'll get it out of the box and we'll put it next to a couple of other trucks just to see what that scale looks like. Now bear in mind that these Jeeps are quite small anyway. So there's a few people I've seen chatting on the groups that these are too small for 1/10, but what we've got to bear in mind is the actual size of the 1-to-1 of these Jeeps. They aren't all that big. So it's got lights, it says concealed battery, 4-wheel drive, shock absorbers and speed conversion. I don't know what that means, but maybe it just means it goes. So we've got speed. This one is the green one, I believe. So let's get it out of the box, let's have a look at it and see what it's about. I'm hoping, I've seen the controller to this, and I'm hoping we got a little bit of proportional action on this, because JJRC's up until this one have all been non-proportional steering and non-proportional throttle, so they've always been a little bit thumbs down out of the box. But let's have a look at this one and see if they've upped their game. WPL have started bringing out fully proportional ready to run trucks. Have JJRC followed suit? So in the box we've got the truck, USB charger for the battery, a little screwdriver, that'll be for the wheels, some instructions and a controller. We've got throttle dual rate, means that it's probably going to be proportional throttle. We've got throttle trim and we've got steering trim. Now this again tells me that it's going to be fully proportional steering. I have seen the promotional video of this and the steering looks a bit jerky, so I wasn't sure whether it was like a 2-stage motor, but we'll see, and hopefully it's a servo on there. So the controller looks good compared to their older trucks. Good sign. So first look at this Jeep, looks really nice. It's got some nice scale stuff on there. You got the wheels look really good. Tyres, yeah, your usual ready to run sort of compound. They're quite hard, but I wouldn't say they're like toy grade hard. Wheels do look really nice and look very scale. You got a pair of lights on the front there, and looks like you got a pair of LED lights at the back. Spare wheel, nice little scale fuel can. Looks like it might come out. Yeah, it does, look. So fuel can comes out, that's good. You got a little shovel there that comes off. So, and you got like an axe on this side. Looks like you maybe pull that up. Don't know. I think that does come off. I just can't work it out at the moment. And then you've got a couple of seats on the interior, steering wheel, 3 shifters. That's pretty good scale as well, because the original one would have had 3 for your different ratios. And you've got a windscreen that clips up, or you can have it laying flat. And then under here, I guess we've got a little battery. So the battery is a 4.8 volt. That'll be, I'm guessing, 4.8 volts. That's going to be a NiCad probably in there. It says 5C, so it looks like a 4.8 volt NiCad. The battery compartment though, I don't know actually. Should we try? Here's a 6-volt one. Yeah, there we go. So you can fit a 6-volt NiCad out of one of the older style JJRCs or the WPL, so that does fit in there, which is good news. And no doubt you can fit your 7.4 volt lithium ion in there as well from some of the newer stuff that come with a lithium ion. So decent sized battery compartment. Overall on the top, really nice and scale. It's got a really good look to it. So underneath, let's have a look. Your standard looking chassis there, black chassis, nice green gear casing this time rather than black. It looks like a 130 motor in there, so I'd say probably look at upgrading that to a 180 if you want to give it a bit more power. And the axles, they aren't your normal JJRC, they're usually open diffs, whereas these aren't, these are locked, so that's another, I'd say another improvement really. The open diffs are alright, but they don't really do very well off-road with the open ones, so that's good. But they're definitely, these are different to the WPL, so you more than likely won't be able to put metal ones in here unless JJRC brings some out. And the drive shafts look a little bit thicker as well than the some of the other ones, and they've actually got grub screws in, so you should be able to remove these drive shafts and fit metal ones pretty easy. So yeah, another good good feature there. Leaf spring suspension, yeah, not too bad. It's not too stiff, it's actually a little bit looser than some of the others I've seen. And it looks like you got a nice bit of articulation there as well, so that's quite nice. Overall, quite impressed with this little thing. Before we switch it on and have a quick look at the controls, let's just stick it next to a couple of other scale trucks and see what the size is. So this is the 112 scale MN90 or D90. You can see that this is actually a bit bigger, but then the Land Rover Defender is quite big anyway, and probably about right for scale. Yeah, so not too bad. And then we've got the JJRC Q60, 1/16 scale, 1/10. I'd say that they're probably just about there with the 1/10, maybe getting a little bit closer to 1/12, but without actually seeing the real one in the flesh, I wouldn't know. But definitely not 1/16, I can assure you that. Right, so let's get the battery plugged in and just have a look at it, and then we'll take it for a run and see how it gets on. So power on. Proportional throttle. Steering. Here we go, let's have a look. So it's got proportional steering, but it does actually sound like a motor rather than a servo in there, so it might be, you can get proportional steering that's a little motor. So looking at how it's moving, I'd say that's maybe a motor in there. You can hear it whining, so it's not a bad thing. It's still proportional steering, so it's definitely a step up from previous ones. And LED lights. Not sure why we've got red lights on the front, and we've also got red and clear lights on the back, so that's a bit strange. You'd think you'd have white and red on the back, but still two sets of LEDs there. You might be able to swap them round, but lights on the front, proportional throttle and proportional steering. Anyway, looks good, so let's take it out for a run, see how it gets on. But definitely fully proportional makes a big difference for these things, so should be good. Anyway, cheers for watching. No doubt I'll get this upgraded at some point. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you next time. So this thing runs alright. Initially when I saw the 4.8 volt NiCad with the 130 motor, I didn't really think it was going to do that well. It actually runs fine. It's quite a light truck, and I think it's geared quite well. So although the 130 hasn't got that much torque, it's still okay. This thing's not a crawler, it's not going to be able to climb up many steep inclines, but it does alright, as you can see. I did try it with a 6-volt NiCad, which is out of the other JJRCs or the WPLs, and it does make it a little bit better, give it a little bit more speed. So definitely something to think about is getting the bigger battery in there, and it fits fine in that battery tray. It could do with a 180 motor as well, and in this sort of situation wouldn't be a problem getting through them leaves there with a bit more torque. But for the money and for what it is, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to do a few upgrades to it. Probably going to run it on a 7.4 volt lithium ion with a 180 motor, keeping the stock electronics. They should be able to cope, but we'll find out when I test it. Other than that, impressed with this little thing. Definitely a decent truck from JJRC, especially with it being fully proportional. Yeah, really good. Anyway, cheers for watching.